Hey everybody, welcome to another Quad Cortex video. I just wanted to quickly say thanks for everybody that's watched my previous videos on the Quad Cortex. Thanks for all the comments, all the subscribers. It's crazy. Managed to get over into the hundreds of subscribers now, which is unreal. So I just wanted to say thanks first of all. So thanks for everybody that has already subscribed. If you already like this content, you like what I heard in the little intro there, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps. And it keeps me motivated to keep doing these videos for you. So I hope you find them useful, and I hope it gives you a bit of an insight to the Quad Cortex playing guitar. In this video, what I'm actually going to do is introduce or talk about the effects that are built within the Quad Cortex, specifically fuzz. Now what I hear is a lot of stuff online in forums and even on other YouTube videos that say that the fuzz is quite difficult for modelers. Well, I don't really use fuzz in my band. I love the sound of it. Stuff by the Smashing Pumpkins, Hum, and all these other bands that use fuzz really well. I love the sound that it makes. I just don't use it personally live, just because it's kind of hard to fit into a mix live, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of comments about that online and trying to get fuzz to sound good in a band setting. Some bands do it very, very well, and the kind of music that I play in my band doesn't require fuzz, which is unfortunate. I like the sound of fuzz, like I said, but we just don't use it. I figured I'd kind of combine this a little bit too, because not only am I using the Quad Cortex as a bit of a as the base of this sound, of this fuzz sound, but also I am using a fuzz pedal too. So being a fan of the Smashing Pumpkins, what better pedal to have than the op amp Big Muff. This is the little mini one that they bought out a couple of years ago. Costs like $100, that's in Canadian, and it is awesome for that Smashing Pumpkins sound, and when I'm playing at home, use it quite a bit. I plugged it into the input of the Quad Cortex in some of those intro videos. So what you're actually hearing is 3 different voices of fuzz, one of them being this. If you wanted a sort of close-up look at the Big Muff. And yeah, what we also have is 2 fuzzes built within the Quad Cortex as well. I used them, just set them up. I didn't do hardly any work for this. I just put them on with a Marshall, and then put in like a pitch shifter to play some of the songs. And I just put in a noise gate just to make things quiet for certain parts. All I did in order to plug this in was I would have my guitar, which is this, and also the single coil Silver Sky behind me, put that into the input, and then I took the output, put that straight into the front of the Quad Cortex, so just over here. And then what that is going through the little noise gate, and then what that's also doing is then going into this Marshall amp, and then this Marshall 4x12 cab. When you had this pedal, you will, that's all that was running. However, there's 2 fuzzes on here as well. So I have the facial fuzz set as it is. There's a good option for this because it has pickup, single or humbucker. So when I was playing the Silver Sky there, it was set on single, but when I was playing the Les Paul, it was on the humbucker. Then we also have the Fuzz Pi, which I believe is similar to this, but it's the original one. So it's not the op amp version, which is cool because technically now I guess I have 3 fuzz pedals. I'm not going to go into what I think sounds great. I am no fuzz expert, so I'm just going to play through some of the settings with the Quad Cortex. Hopefully you've had enough of the pedal to sort of show, or to hear, I should say, what the pedal sounds like compared to the Quad Cortex just in that little intro there. I specifically left it blank to sort of show how they sort of sound similar, maybe the same, subtle differences between each one. Maybe you can comment and see which one you think at which point was the pedal and which 2 were the Quad Cortex. So with the Quad Cortex, what we have right now just is my Les Paul Studio. I am on the bridge pickup, and everything's just turned to 10. This is now plugged into the Quad Cortex itself, and then this is plugged into my Headrush speaker, and then it's also coming out and into GarageBand, so you'll be able to hear it. This, as you can see on the screen here, is just the guitar, the noise gate, and the amp. So if I just play a D chord, it's kind of gritty, it's not perfectly clean. It's not even how I would set it up to play the amp itself. I did like just tweak it a little bit. I have a Marshall DSL. I just upped the presence a little bit, and then I just put everything at 6. That's all I've done. So that's what that sounds like. So yeah, I've got it set up in stomp mode just so it's easy to show. And what I have here is the different fuzzes on stomp C and stomp F. So if I press C, that one comes on. If I press F, that one comes on. The one that is a C is the facial fuzz. Now I'm actually going to switch that on, and now that I've changed guitars, I'm going to actually put it to humbucker. So again, you can just twist, or you can use the screen, and I think you can just tap it and it changes from single to humbucker. So what I'll do is just put everything at 5. Let's see how that sounds. Pickup level, yeah, let's just do it at 5, see what happens. I'll just strum the same chord. So you just heard a D chord. I am in drop D tuning. This is what it sounds like. So it's pretty quiet. So let's tweak that a little bit. Let's turn this up to 10. There's the fuzz sound. Nice. Cool. Let's turn the fuzz all the way down. Let's see what that sounds like. Let's turn the fuzz all the way up. Same D chord. Let's turn the volume all the way up too. Same D chord. So that's what the facial fuzz sounds like. Let's turn that one off, and then let's put on the fuzz pi. So these are the settings that I had it on as I was playing through on the little intro demo, but just to show you, let's make that 5. I'm going to show you a little tip here as well, so I can get it to 4.9, but if I tap the number, I can actually just change that 5, and we can do the same with the sustain and the volume. Cool. D chord. Nice. Sweet. Let's go volume up to 10. Let's change that back to 5. Let's go tone 10. Change that back to 5. And let's go sustain 10. Cool. Sustain and volume at 10. Sustain at 0, tone at 5, volume at 10. Cool. So that's some fuzz there. And what we can also do is change the we can add a pitch shifter in. So one of the things that like I see people with fuzz do is they have like a pitch shifter into almost like an octave. Now you can, this has an octave pedal built in, but let's see what it sounds like just by doing this. Let's go 70. Cool. Maybe you can hear that. Let's go down a full semitone, or 12 semitones. Cool. And so yeah, that's another thing that you can kind of do to add in the fuzz. Why not? Let's just do both. So that was my video on the fuzz capabilities of the Quad Cortex. Not really an opinion piece on the fuzz, just sort of showcasing what fuzz is like in the Quad Cortex. Like I said, there's just two fuzzes that are just in the overdrive section, in the pedal part of the setup. Couple of sounds compared to this pedal too, like I used in the intro video. Remember to comment if you kind of worked out which one was the pedal, which one was the Quad Cortex, or which two were the Quad Cortex, I should say. If you want my opinion on the fuzz sounds of the Quad Cortex, I say they're pretty good. Fuzz is a great sound. I love the sound of fuzz. However, you don't need expensive equipment in order to replicate the sound of your favorite fuzzy tones. You can do it with cheap pedals and a cheap guitar and a cheap amp. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars on the Quad Cortex to get a fuzz sound. However, I do think that the fuzz sound in the Quad Cortex is still pretty good, and it still can capture those fuzzy tones that we all like and we all know. Those of you on the fence, maybe this will really help. And maybe you're listening to it and being like, it doesn't sound anything like the fuzz tones that I like. I was just playing around with it. Like I said, I don't really use fuzz all that often, but just sort of showcasing that it can do some kind of fuzzy tones, and certainly ones that I don't mind actually playing. I thought it sounded pretty good. So yeah, that is the video. If you want to see more Quad Cortex videos, more on the Quad Cortex's capabilities, more on the effects that are built into the Quad Cortex, please like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I'll be creating more Quad Cortex content. I definitely want to go through some of the overdrive sounds, some of the reverbs and the delay sounds that a lot of people comment about on the Quad Cortex too. So if you do want to see that, do like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to the channel, and that'll really help. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.